Everybody can see. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live and we are a little bit early today. These are all live comments on the site. Okay, let's just wait a little while, hang, and we're gonna wait for people to come on, right? I think we're a little bit early also. So yeah, we can just relax a little bit.
Chill a bit.
Yep, chill a bit, and then we can talk a little bit. Yeah. So, how are you, Nelson?
Well, I managed to shave myself, comb my hair.
You're looking very neat. You're looking very neat today. Even Andrew also.
Yeah, I have to. We are going live, man. The world is watching us.
Lucky webcam, not so because webcam, I haven't shaved. I think I need to shave a little bit. I can't really see anything, but and I got a pimple here also somewhere, But so that's the great thing about being on camera, right? Anyways, okay, look, we got more and more people coming in. 7 people, and then we got a couple likes. Okay, very, very, very good. Come on, boy. We got 12 people now. Very good. Hello, everybody. Hello, Carol. Hello, Carol. Hello, KK. What's up, bro? Hello, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Okay, once we hit 20, then let's start talking a little bit more. Do an introduction. So you guys makan already?
Makan already.
What do you guys eat these days? You cooking more?
Well, no, today I decided to go out just get some 燒肉飯.
Oh, nice. I was having some 燒肉 yesterday also. How about you, Andrew? Was that Nelson?
No, I just couldn't take it anymore. I just needed to get some outside food.
Yeah. I've been taking Grab like first week. That was painful, man. It was so expensive as well. But need to start cooking at home a little bit more. Yeah, sure. Terrible. Anyways, all right, everybody. Look, I think let's officially get started. We got like 25 people now in. Okay, everybody. Just want to say a big hello to everybody. Right, hello. Good afternoon. It is now exactly 2 p.m. And today, as we mentioned, now we have a more interesting combo today. We're gonna see if we can give you triple the value as opposed to double the value. 2 people, right? And so 3 people today. We're gonna have a 3-way conversation, and then today is gonna be a bit more light because I'm also aware that I think everybody who's watching, right? Maybe you need a slight change in content, right? Meaning like you always look at Cornerstone, right? Okay, we're interviewing a leader, an agent, and then it's like talking about the past stories, and then advice for other agents, right? I think we've been doing pretty well on that front, right? And but now today, I'm gonna let loose a little bit, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what to look forward to in the near future, very, very near future. And today we got 2 very special guests, everybody. I want you to spam. I want you to, in Grace's words, not my words, rape the love button, right? Yeah, rape the love button, and give all of us some love, right? Hello, Mervin. Hello, Calvin. Hello, Carol. Everybody. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Chris. Right? Okay, everybody. So 2 people, very fantastic people I have today. I've had the fortune of talking to them. They're both, incredibly nice to talk to. 3 of us need to go out for dinner after this. This MCO is done. Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody, please say hello to Mr. Andrew Uy. Right? Raise your hand, Andrew. Right? Yeah. And then, of course, same thing as well, right? Mr. Nelson Wong.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Oh, hello. And that Ashley? Is that whose daughter is that?
Andrew's.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Okay, everybody. So we got some really interesting one. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Carol. 3 handsome men. Yeah, precisely. Definitely. Hey, you got me the screen. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So guys, just to warm everybody up as well, right? I think let's allow the viewers to get to know you guys a little bit better, right? I think they've been seeing my face a lot already, so a bit seeing already, right? So me too, yeah. So
never get your face, man.
Yeah, I say don't say that. Don't say that on live. Anyway, so Andrew, Nelson. Okay, let's go with Nelson, right? Nelson. So we were just talking about it. You've been in real estate for 11 years now,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
I'm gonna start with a very simple question today, right? How are you?
Well, I'm like this. I'm okay lah, not too bad lah. Apart from that, I had a bit of cabin fever. Just the other day,
Yeah.
remember you called me? I thought
Yeah.
you called me on Thursday, and I thought it was Wednesday. So
Yeah,
I'm so glad that you actually called me because
Yeah.
that actually got my mind set back, on the right time frame.
Yeah, totally right. Yeah. What about you, Andrew? Yeah. What about you, Andrew? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been cooking this couple of days, taking turns to cook with my wife and taking care of the baby. Yeah. I think in the same process like myself. I think we get more time with our children. I mean, for this is a good part of being an MCO. We can't go to work, but we spend those times where we don't able to spend with them, lah. Yeah.
I really like the sound of that, right? I really like the sound of that. I'm so curious though. What was the last thing you cooked?
What was the last thing I cooked? Sweet and sour chicken. Yeah.
Whoa! Power. Okay. I mean, powerful. I don't know, babe. Oh man, maybe I'm looking like a real newbie right here by saying that. But yeah, I mean that's wow, cool, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Nelson, have you been cooking too?
No, I have not. I think I last touched the wok. That was probably about more than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
except
Wow.
except when I go camping. Yeah, I do cook on my camping trip.
Yeah. For me, I touched the pan also for the first time in I don't know how many years as well, right? Just a couple of days ago. Even my brothers were saying to me like, "Oh my God, Alex is in the kitchen, and he's cooking and he's cutting. He's using the chopping board." Anyways, guys. So just just a little reflection to all of you too, right? How have you guys been doing at home, cooking and stuff like that? But so as we jump into today a little bit, talking a little bit about each of your, let's say your past, right? A little bit about your history, right? Can I ask? I think it's good for everybody to know. So, can I ask? What did you guys do before real estate?
Andrew, you want to start first?
Yeah, Andrew, what do you do before property? Yeah.
Sure. You were asking what do I cook? Just to a bit brief. Way back, I was in hospitality and culinary in Penang. Yeah. So I was a chef, and then I came out from chef from there. Yeah, that was way back 98, 2000. Yeah. So yeah, that's why cooking is okay lah. That's why I came out from there. Yeah.
Wow, how long did you do that for?
Few years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you jumped straight into property after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. What about you, Nelson?
What about me? Actually, my first job was actually in accounting. That didn't last long because I found that accounting wasn't my cup of tea. Because I hated the mundane work, the monthly closings, the yearly closings. It's all the same old. So then I actually switched to advertising. It's a totally different ballgame, and I've been I was in advertising industry for 16 years prior before entering into real estate. So after 16 years, I said, okay. Why I gave up advertising because the final 6 years of my advertising life, I actually was running my own agency. Clients were cutting budget because a lot of them, they actually went online. They were shifting from the mainstream media to online media. So and clients were cutting budget, so it wasn't so fun anymore. So I decided to say, look for something else to do, jump before the ship sinks. So I actually entered into the real estate industry that was at the last downturn in 2008, 2009.
2008. Yeah. The subprime crisis. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So
I've been here.
So you wait a minute. So you got into real estate during the crisis, or like just after it?
No, just right in the crisis itself, almost towards the end itself.
Wow, that's actually pretty amazing as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Okay. Andrew, did you join around the same time as well?
Myself about 2009, 2010, yeah, about that time, peak that time. Yeah. Somewhere there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So here's a question to both of you, right? So how did you guys end up deciding to, join real estate? What was the switch, right? What was the switch? In one sentence, right? What was that switch like? I don't know. It could have been I had enough, what was that switch? What made you decide like, okay, enough, I'm going to property now. Then you become an agent.
Okay, for me it was pretty simple because in the advertising I was doing client servicing. I always like meeting clients, meeting people. So one thing is that in real estate, I also wanted to learn more with regards to real estate and what it's all about. And also in real estate, also it gives you the opportunity to meet other type of clients. So I'm more of the people kind of person. So I like meeting people. So that's why I actually switched to real estate.
Okay. Wow. So was it a gradual thing, or was it something like it just came to you and then you decided, okay, yeah? Or was it something that you had to think about for a little while?
Actually, it was something that I had to talk. I actually gave a lot of thinking. Because I actually spoke to a few people prior to entering into real estate. Because I'm the kind of person I ask a lot of questions before doing something. Because to be frank with you, I am not totally a real risk taker. So I do ask questions. So once I've got all my answers laid out, then when I'm comfortable, then I will make the decision, jumping into something totally different.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. Andrew?
Yeah, for me, I would say I took it quite gradually because for my time when I was in chef at the time, then I would be meeting up with my friend, a hometown friend. He's Taman Desa in a real estate agency. So from a couple of times when I meet up with him, and then when he go and collect the check, it's like few thousand, and then I did ask him once that how much did you earn from sub sales? Depends. He said depends, 1 or 2%. By hearing 1 or 2%, which we are from salary based, was so little. But when we heard the amount of it, it's like 10, 20, 5 digit. So that makes a turn from me. It looks gradually. And then for myself, I'm a people's person also. I would like to meet with people. And then in real estate, you are helping another person to own a home. It's a part of service of someone to own a place where they're going to stay for good 5-10 years. Or even for investment, I think that part is something they own for a long period of time.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everybody. So that's now that we've got the more or less the real estate. Okay, wait, one more real estate related question, right? And then after we're gonna put all the work aside and we'll start talking about normal stuff.
By the way, Andrew and I, we were former team members.
Former team members,
Yeah.
That is interesting, right?
The previous agency. So it's I was so happy to see Andrew back. I mean, in the same agency we are in now. It's good to see all friendly faces.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes. Okay. So we got that's so cool, man. So how long would you? Okay, I'm going to save for the questions a little bit later, right? But okay, I want to come to this first, right? Okay, the one last related real estate question I'm going to ask will be this, right? Okay, because you guys, both of you have been in the real estate for quite a while now, right?
Yeah.
How would you describe your journey so far, right? If I gave you, let's say, a minute, right? How long? Yeah. How would you describe yourself? How would you describe the journey? Not yourself, the journey so far in real estate, from start till today.
I find that my journey has been very enriching. Meeting people, because you meet all sorts of people with different characters. As you deal with people, you actually do what you like, gain experience from them also. Different people, different experiences. So far, I've built quite a lot of relationships with my clients. And it came to a point, they are no longer my clients. Instead, they have become my friends. And they've also become so comfortable with me. They open up to share their own personal life with me, right down to even to their lives of their families. Sometimes they actually do come to me and speak to me about with regards to situations in their own personal life, made in business, or with their children, or even with the spouse. I mean, that's the kind of trust. So, and at the same time, right, talking to them, I also gain their experience and I learn from them.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Andrew?
I think this journey is really, it's like, I would say it's a roller coaster. From good times to, I think as we're going to enter into this period, this topic soon. For me personally, it have a good time and you have bad times also. So up and down, we meet in good times, we meet different clients, and then we meet with different kind of characters of owners. Get to learn more and experience more with different personality, where we deal with when we deal with money and we don't deal with money. Each individual will be different. So I guess this is a good experience. I would say to meet up the real person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, guys. Okay. I promise there's one more question, right? Because I'm so
Sure.
Okay, right. So okay, this I'm just gonna go a bit deeper. So I wanna paint everybody a nice picture of each of your journeys, right? So if I ask you this, right? If you look back at your journey so far, right, what is that number one memory, right? The most significant memory that comes to mind. The first one, right? And once you get the first one, would you care to share it with everybody? Yeah, the first one, like the very first one, like you look back and like, what's that first one, right? For me, okay, I'll go, right? For me, okay, I got into real estate about 9 years ago now. For some reason, the first memory that comes to my mind now is basically this one time I had a viewing, right? It was at the time I was selling I was working for a developer, I was selling a condo, and then they have 2 show units, 4,500 square feet, 3,500 square feet, very big. Okay, this guy came in. He claimed to be a dato. He was bald, right? Wear glasses, and then wearing like a white shirt here, unbuttoned, really completely bald, like no hair at all. And then he came in with this like young Malay girl, right? And just walked in like that. He's like, show me now. Show me everything now, right? Show me everything now. You tell your boss now, I want 20% off. If not, I'm walking away now. Like just like that. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? And basically we walked the whole show unit in and out of the sales gallery. It took 20 minutes. Right? It only took 20 minutes. Like from parking the car, go up, and then come back down and drove off again, right? Including security registration and all that, right? And that was just, I don't know. I mean, talk about meeting, all kinds of people. That was the first memory that came to my mind as I reflected on that. Yeah. What about you guys?
Oh, I've got plenty.
Look at Nelson, like, whoa. It's like, whoa. Okay, first one. Andrew, also, I'm curious to know what's number one, right?
I think number one, the first thing that came up is my first deal that I ever closed. I think way back in 2010. It was a rental in USJ 6.
Yeah.
It's 1008. It's a very good experience, which I learned the tenant giving a very big headache even to the whole agency. Up to a point, the tenant came up to the agency to make noise. I can't remember whether, Nelson, you could remember that incident. It was quite a big issue to the whole agency. And then our manager for the agency, he came down and talked to the person outside to calm him down. It's none of our issue, just that he and the owner, and he put the blame on us. Yeah. So I think that's the first and very, very good memory, which I could remember
Yeah.
of.
What,
Yeah.
what do you remember of his face though? This guy, like, you need to, like, what was he doing? Was he like creating a mess, or
He was
cursing?
he was pretty shorter than me, and pretty skinny, and he's drunk now.
Huh? He went to the agency drunk? Oh, that's
Yeah,
next
yeah.
level, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, everybody. That's a true story right there. Dealing with alcoholics on the job. That's yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing that, Andrew. Okay, Nelson.
Yeah, for myself, my first farming area was actually Oasis Ara Damansara, commercial area. So what happened is that I actually had banners hung in the area. So one day I got this call from a guy who claims himself to be a Datuk Sri, and he says, well, I would like to look at, I'm interested to buy a block of offices plus shop from you. I saw your banner. I want to make an appointment now with you. So I came and then met him, and then he said, "Oh, okay, I'm Datuk Sri from what?" And then he came with his wife. Said, "Oh, my wife, she's a partner of an engineering firm." So they came. They were dressed very simple. They came in a Proton Persona. So okay, show me. And he was wearing a pair of slippers. So what you have? So for him, so these are the properties, and this is the block, and this is so much. Okay, we speak to the owner. I'm going to put in the deposit now. Tell the owner I am the director in Citibank. Say what? You're the director in Citibank. Okay. So okay. So I mean, being green in the industry, of course, you get so excited, So you get in touch with the owner. Hi, owner. So I've got a potential buyer for you who is interested to buy your corner unit of shops and even your offices. How much would you want to let it go for? So okay, this is the price. Okay, I will speak to the buyer. So the buyer, okay. So then I went ahead and called the buyer. Okay, you tell the owner I will be buying over this property. You will get in touch with my secretary, my PA. Okay, I will have my check. You call my PA tomorrow. Okay, and he never. Then so I will give you the contact number. So come next day, I called him for the contact number. He never picked up my phone. He never picked up my call. And as days went by, so I tried calling him, but he never picked up. So finally, his wife picked up the call. Then he started giving excuses. This Datuk Sri, he has he has shingles, so he's in the hospital.
Shingles?
So, yeah. So it was
okay.
Basically, what I did was I said, this sounds very fishy. So my previous colleagues, they actually advised me, go online and check if this Datuk Sri is a director in Citibank, and check if his wife is a partner of this engineering firm. So I checked, names never popped up. They say, Nelson, forget about it. This is a scam.
Yeah.
There's people like that go around just want to look at properties.
So many.
Yeah. So I don't operandi, okay? Modus operandi.
Yeah.
So left it at things. But of course, I got shelling from the client. Say, where's your buyer? Where's the deposit? So I said, I don't think it's gonna happen. So next time you make sure that you have serious buyer before you call. So that was quite an experience.
Yeah. I think like all of us, I think all the agents are watching. Everyone who's in real estate is watching also, right? I think it'd be quite an interesting survey to do, right? How many like phony datos and dato streets and above have you actually met so far already, right? Like out of 10, how many are actually genuine? Like my take, I think especially
those who just come and straight away tell you they have so much property they own, companies. So now my feelers will always go up when I start hearing stories like that, because usually people who start boasting are usually not genuine. Genuine buyers, they don't boast about their background.
Yep. That's interesting, huh? That's interesting, huh? Grace just mentioned also some a lot of bogus clients and some also hubs up low. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's like the standard characteristics already, right, of all the phony people.
Correct.
Anyways, yeah, totally true. Anyways, so that's awesome, guys. Thank you for sharing that, right? So I think we, have a little bit of like, what you guys have gone through a little bit, and how you joined real estate, what you did before, a bit of your background. So, wait, what is Grace saying? Especially in those cases, you feel too easy. Oh yeah, Grace.
That's right.
The cocky type and boasting, yeah, I think all of us get done before that. Yeah,
Right.
if you never get done before, it means you've not really been in property. So yeah.
In those cases, you just need to stay calm. Stay calm. You've got to show a bit of poker face, so that these guys cannot beat you at the game.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. Staying calm. So guys, so we talked a little bit about real estate. So okay lah, let's start talking about that already, right? Let's move on from that, right? Let's move on from that now. So is it 25 minutes already? That fast. So yeah, Grace, keep the questions coming, man. So you know what? We're gonna change up the topic a little bit now. We're gonna talk a little bit about, like, what do each of us actually look forward to after the MCO, right? So we were also going to talk about what are some of your hobbies, right? So Nelson, I hear that your hobby, you're into, you like hiking. I spoke to you a little bit about it, but what about you, Andrew? What do you like? What do you like?
Myself will be more on team games, like futsal and football. I used to be coaching futsal for those homeschooling boys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I pick it up from one of my previous mentor, which he have this established. Then I just pick up from him there. Then we go in from there. We coach the homeschooling boys, young boys below 16, below 17.
Wow.
That would be my hobby, because for me, when we build those young boys, it is I got to have the character, to have the skill, even for the skill, of course, and then the character built on them. So at the end of the day, I think it's still the teamwork that is more on it, and it's relevant with what I got to do, because in real estate or in any other thing, teamwork is very important. Yeah.
Wow, nice. Nice.
True.
Grace is saying, Andrew, you should have your own football team. You should have the football team for Cornerstone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, should have.
I think I'll probably be the first person to sign up and tell you I'm kaki bangku, So like I need to. That's a little fun fact. I'm really kaki bangku. Quite bad.
I also used to be a kaki bangku last time.
Oh really?
Yeah, man.
Okay, then you are a perfect coach, bro. You are a total perfect coach, man. Do you play futsal too, Nelson? Kaki bangku?
No, I'm not into futsal. I'm not into football.
Oh, Andrew,
Just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I just had a question that came to mind for Andrew, right? Because Andrew, you say when you coach, right? So you coach the 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds. What is your style of coaching? Right. So are you the type like, no, you just do as you're told, right? Or are you like the, you need to understand this is why we're doing like this, or what kind of coach are you? Well, how would you describe yourself? And Nelson, let's be, yeah.
We go in two ways, depends. As a coach, we coach them what to do. Of course, at first we do the warm up and things like that. Of course, in their years, they 13, 14, 15, they are mixed years. It's not in the same category. So they are rebellious. They go their own way. Sometimes they will do what they want. So sometimes we have to put our stand when they reach their limits. So so I will go both ways. But they as students, they will definitely challenge us back. You asked me to do this, can you do it? You get what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, man.
So like they really like, really they had to ask, they asked you that, like you still kick, so you show me how to kick, really?
Yeah, can you do it? This kind of. So we are being challenged also, because they are more like homeschooling private schools. They are not like sekolah kebangsaan. You ask them to do what they will do, those kind. So they are taught in a different kind of methods of thinking.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So were you actively doing this like before the whole like?
I do this in between. I came back I just came back to do property since my daughter birth this for a year. So before that, I was coaching them for about a year plus. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Hey, Grace, this one, this Grace, lebih, man. Alex only can do magic, Mike. No. Please, this is a PG-13, channel, I believe, right? Actually, no, a lot younger as well. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, Kaki Bangku, we got that. Oh, Yalong's here as well. Hello, Yalong. Hello, Yalong. All right, so that's interesting, Andrew. Like, so now everybody, we know that we have a coach within Cornerstone right now, football coach, right? Futsal coach. So that's cool. So throwing it to Nelson now, right? By the way, guys, you guys can also ask each other questions, So don't be shy to ask questions here. So let's go to Nelson, right? So Nelson, right? So I hear you like hiking, right? So maybe you can share with everybody, right? Because for me, I'll share a little bit myself. Hiking, I personally feel is a bit like, I mean, I can enjoy it, but I feel it's a bit long, maybe. I don't know, right? Nelson, this is here's a little thing, right? How would you sell hiking to Andrew and me?
How would I sell hiking to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you get to smell the flowers.
Okay.
You get the flowers, absorb the scenery that you have never seen before. Beautiful sceneries. Well, hiking is. I mean, to be frank with you, it's not for everyone. Okay, if you're not into it, I can't even sell it to you. Okay, but it all depends on individual. Yeah, like for Andrew, if he tries to sell football to me, if I'm not into it, I'm not into it. It's very difficult.
True that. Yes. Andrew, have you tried hiking before?
Yeah. Gassing Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not those. I mean, go into the deep forest of hills lah. But I think Gassing Hill is challenging for me lah.
Okay.
Especially the steep, right?
Yeah. So here's a question to all of you out there too, right? Who else enjoys hiking? Oh, that Taco is there, right? He says he enjoys hiking.
Yeah, that's right. Resets your brain.
Yeah, resets your brain. So why else do you really enjoy it, Nelson? So like, what else about hiking do you really enjoy?
Okay, Grace says hiking inside forest, a lot of leeches. To be frank with you, not everywhere you go to. Okay, it all depends where you go. Places where you have a lot of wildlife. Okay, for instance, like Ulu Langat, that part of the area has definitely a lot of wildlife. You have wild boars, you have barking deers. When you have a lot of wildlife, definitely you have a lot of leeches. That means the forest is alive and is teeming with wildlife, which is good. That means you have a healthy forest. The reason why I actually go into the forest, right? Because it helps, like what Taco said, it actually does help reset the brain. And I receive a lot of positive energy, no matter how tiring the hike might be, right? After a hike, I feel very charged up because what the forest does is actually it produces negative ions. The negative
ions, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It actually helps to recharge you. And of course, and because for me, my love for nature actually stems from a very young age. I was actually exposed to the outdoors at a very young age by my dad. My dad was a scout, and he enrolled me into scouts. So that's how it all started. Till now, I still love the outdoors. You give me, if you were to ask me, would I dare to sleep alone in the jungle by myself? I dare, because there's nothing to be afraid of. because I'm so used to sleeping out in the jungle alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nelson, were you a scout too?
Yeah. I was a scout from primary school right up to secondary school.
Can I ask which secondary school you went to?
Bukit Bintang.
Oh, interesting. I feel like that's why maybe I felt like I've seen you somewhere before. I think it's because I was a scout as well, right? But I was in Catholic high school, but maybe a bit far, but maybe one of those campfires and stuff like that from years ago.
Oh yeah. Or probably at the koi gatherings.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's why it looks so familiar. Okay, anyways, yeah. Andrew, what about you, Andrew?
Sorry?
Were you a scout before?
No. I'm not.
No.
I think I did join. What do you call that? St. John for a year or less than a year. Then I took off.
Yeah.
I'm not,
That's a year. That's a go.
not into this yet.
Nice. Wow. Okay. So yeah, coming back to Nelson. Nelson, you know what? You sold it to me already. Just as soon as you said there are like these negative ions and recharges your body, okay, I was sold already. Right? I was just like, because I'm very much believe about energy as well, and I never saw it that way. So that's something I would be interesting to look at.
Can always join you on the hikes.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, tacos. No, Taco. My scout name was not Mowgli. Okay. Yeah. But I will share a fun fact with you guys. I was a scout, and like when I was 14 years old, and they made me assistant patrol leader. The name of my patrol was the Beaver Patrol. The Beaver Patrol, right? So I still cringe a little bit when I think back to I was part of the Beaver Patrol. Hopefully none of my schoolmates are looking at this right now. Anyways, yeah, okay, cool, Nelson. So coming back to that, right? Yeah, we see a lot of comments coming in now, yeah? So like Grace is saying like, she cannot tahan any crawling or slithering, right? Constance loves it. It's invigorating. Grace also says she got 2 wildlife animals at home. I think, I don't know what Andrew and Nelson think about that. No comment. Clarice also says she got 3 like animals at home. So yeah. And then Grace now is saying I look like a kaki clubbing. No. I mean, no. Grace, you're so distracting. Okay, anyways. So guys, so hiking. Yeah, so hiking, that's cool, Nelson. So how often do you go on hikes? Like, would you be able to take, let's say if Andrew and I decided to go, right? What would we do? What would we need to prep, right? What do we need to keep our minds open to when it comes to hiking?
Well, number one, you just need to condition your body because hikes can be quite rigorous because you need stamina. I would actually encourage you to go for 5 km jogs on a daily basis. Okay, when you go on hikes, you basically not just use your legs, use every part of your body. So that means the core muscles and also your upper body, because it takes a lot of movements and bending and also grappling. So because on jogs, to be very frank with you, okay, your jogging muscles in your legs are not the same group of muscles that you're using for hikes. So basically, the joggings and your daily joggings are actually meant to build your stamina. That's it. So apart from that, you need to do a lot of stretching and stuff.
Wow, interesting. Okay, how long do you think we would need to prep? Let's say where would you take us to, right? What is one good place that we can go hiking in within the Klang Valley?
Okay,
Gassing Hill.
Gassing is boring. Very I'll probably take you on a night hike on PDCF, Kota Damansara Community Forest.
Oh,
night hike.
Really?
Because daytime it can be quite hot, but evening time is alright. But night hike is very different because it helps to open up all your senses. Your eyes, your ears, whatever your senses will be very heightened. So that will give you a different feel altogether.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay, Nelson, can I please take your Andrew? What do you think of that? Would you go for that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Andrew,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
Yeah,
an adventurous
please.
guy, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's that
Yeah.
lah. I'm sold. Night hike. I'm sold. Hey, everybody who's watching, you're gonna go. Hey, Grace, you coming tonight? So yeah,
Yeah.
we got a couple of questions.
As long as Nelson advises us what to bring and what to do, I'm okay.
Yeah. We should all go. Everybody, if you want to go, right, please raise your hand, right? Give a thumbs up or whatever, because then we need to organize a little. I think Cornerstone. We can all go together, right? That would be really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Constant say yes already. Yes. Okay. We got 4 people already. I think Taco in five people. How many?
Yeah,
okay. How many people would be great, Nelson? Like, how many people do we need max?
Okay. 10 will be the max.
10 will be the max. Okay.
Yeah. Unless
cool.
unless I have someone else who's quite used to hiking come along with me, because I'll take point and someone take the end point.
Take the end. Right. Okay. Cool. Taco recently went to Gunung Nuang, 8.5 hours.
Gunung Nuang is it's a killer. It's a killer.
Oh, it's a killer.
If your body is not conditioned for it, I wouldn't advise you.
I think Taco went for it without conditioning himself, and then he kind of ate a whole cow after that.
You survived it, Taco?
Yeah. I don't know. He did survive it.
Yeah.
Me?
Taco,
nah.
Yeah, no, seriously. What Taco said is very true, because I've had friends who actually went on Nuang. They actually weren't prepared for it. They actually were caught up at the peak, and some of them, they nearly gave up, because when you're up on the peak, right, you better get down. Because the temperature drops really drastically. It comes down to 16 degrees, and it's too cold. You will end up with hypothermia.
Wow. Okay, man, that sounds intense. Yeah, nice. Okay, we're still gonna do the night. Yes, let's go. I got something to look forward to already, right? So I don't know about you guys. Okay, before we move on, right, we have a little intermission, right? We have a question from Grace. And she's asking now, right, how do you guys, like both of you, how do you guys balance work and lifestyle, family? Right? How do you guys do it? Andrew, you wanna try? How do you balance it?
Work balance for me, this since last year, 2019, I would say 50-50 lah. 50-50. For lifestyle, it will be less, of course, because most of the time we'll be putting on my daughter, and then family, of course, and then work will be the other 50 lah. So would I bring my work home? If it needs to, then I have to. Yeah. Wow. I think for Nelson is a bit not the first one. For myself is the first child. Then it will be a bit challenging, and still try to juggle things up in between works and family. Yeah.
So is there a system? Do you have a system in like a week? Like, okay, like you must, like there's fixed time that you must, or is there a certain time in a day? Like you say, okay, after this time, no more work already. It's fully family. What is non-negotiable? Yeah, what is non-negotiable?
Non-negotiable. I would say once a week I got to spend a time with my daughter lah. That's a non-negotiable. Yeah,
cool.
At least once a week. Yeah.
Very cool. What about you, Nelson?
Well, as for me, I've got 3 kids. The eldest being 13, second 9, and the youngest being 6 months old. So, my time is basically, it's like what Andrew says, 50-50. Like on a weekday, most of my evenings after work, it's actually spent with my family. From evening time, it's dinner right up to their bedtime. And of course, Sunday itself, we go to church together. So that's first half of the day, or it's actually spent with the family already. So, mean, on Sundays I do work also. When we have appointments, I will attend to appointments, and my family do understand. But most important thing is that you need to set aside time for your family. And as for my lifestyle, the only thing that I do is basically hiking. Hiking is actually once a month, if not max twice a month. And it's not that every month I might have a hike. It all depends on the quorum, because if we don't have enough quorum, we might not do a hike. Because the hike, because my hike is like what Taco did with Nuang, 8.5 hours. My hikes actually start early in the morning, from 7 o'clock to 12. Totally up to 12 hours hike, right to the peak and back down. So that kind of thing. Yeah. So once in a while, we will. I mean, the hikes would have the overnight hike. That means we will hike to a place, camp, and then hike again back out. Like I've actually done that with from Janda Baik, which is in Genting Highlands. We actually hike all the way to Kemensa, which is Zoo Negara. Whoa. It was overnight. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot imagine. Whoa. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So we need to have a me time for ourselves too. Okay, we need to have that because we need to recharge. Because if our brains are too cluttered with work, it's not healthy. It's not too healthy. And also sometimes we need to get away from our family also, because to be frank with you, because when you have kids, right, it's not easy to just spend so much time just looking after your kids. You just need to break away and have your me time. For me, my me time is actually hike to recharge. For others, it could be something else. Go out with your friends to do shopping, or go out with your friends to have a cup of coffee. Yeah, do what is necessary for yourself to recharge.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I can resonate with that to some extent. Wow. Yeah. What about you, Andrew? You agree with that too? Do you take breaks? I mean, but you just had your daughter too, right? So I think
Yeah. That's what I said. I would spend at least once a week with my family, and then at least once a week do exercise, either football or badminton. We have to sweat out because for me, I've been very proactive in sports, and then I got to go at least like what Nelson says, the me time.
Yeah.
It's either we got to sweat it out, because sports is one thing where we can let go and refresh, and then our mind mentality will be, when we do sales, is a kickback for what we do.
Yep. Wow. I related to sales. Nice. I like that already. Okay, Andrew, I got a quick question for you now too, right? If you had to, let's say, give us a crash course, give Nelson and me, because since we're both kaki bangku, we don't like football, right? Or we just don't really know football, right? How would you give us a crash course through video camera right now? Like how to kick a ball right? Sorry, was that a bit challenging? How would you describe kicking a ball? I don't know. I don't know how to kick a ball. So yeah.
You got to be.
How would you coach?
I'll just throw a ball to you and you kick.
So that's the technique, right? Yeah. How do I kick it straight? How do you
kick it straight? You got to. I mean, how do I put it? How do you kick it straight? By putting up the ball right in front by the side of your leg, you have to.
Side of your leg, and then like.
Yeah.
And then like.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like even if you want to do a free kick.
Sorry.
Even if you want to do a free kick, like a free kick, also same thing.
No, free kick you use more of the front of the leg.
Front of the leg, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, if you guys want to like a football workshop, with Andrew, I don't know. I think that would be a really cool idea as well for Cornerstone. Only if Andrew is okay with it, of course. I don't want to say yes to him right now. Otherwise, that would be a bit unfair. Yeah. Anyways, though, That's cool, man. So in terms of that, so okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about like what do you guys look forward to after the MCO, right? Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
What I look forward, a fresh haircut. I need a fresh haircut.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. That's a really good one. Also, my hair is getting really long and messy as well. So
Yeah. True.
yeah. What else do you guys look forward to?
I'm actually raring to go back to work. To be very frank with you, because I feel very dead staying at home because you just can't move. I'm the kind of person who's always on the move. I just can't sit still. You give me a 9-to-5 job, sitting at a 9-to-5 desk job, I can't do it. I just can't do it. That's why, Carol, you are right. Accounts is not my cup of tea. I cannot sit down.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah.
You can sit down, man. Even when you're trying to think of ideas and stuff like that, right? Or you're trying to resolve issues, right? You just can't sit down and think. For me, I just need to move. I just need to walk around, pace around, just to think.
Nice. Yeah. Nelson, we got a quick question here also, right? Yeah, Grace is like really entertaining us. Thank you so much, Grace. She says she feels like a sakai already, you know, like go out after MCO. She thinks that she'll be like a orangutan, you know, just come out of the jungle or that, you know. Okay, she's got a quick question for you as well, right? She says this, Nelson, how do you manage to build good rapport with your clients?
Very simple. Basically, for me, I be myself. Be myself. Be genuine to your clients. If you really, if clients ask you questions, right? If you really don't know, just say you don't know. Don't BS them. Okay, because clients, they can actually smell you out. Okay. So far for me, Mike, I'm a people person. I do call my clients up once in a while to just chat with them, just to catch up with them on how are things with them. Sometimes clients, right? They just don't want you to just sell them, or you are always wanting to take their listings to sell, to market. No, they just don't want that. They just want you to be a friend to them. That's how I actually build my business. Okay, I actually had a client from Singapore. When I first started off in Oasis Aradamansara, it was my first client. I actually got this contact actually from the property management in Oasis. I actually built my friendship with the property management people there, and they gave me this lead, and I called this client. And this client actually stuck on with me for years. All his properties in Oasis, right? It's verbal exclusive. That means other agents called in. They told the agents, right, to contact me. Okay, if they want to work on his property. How I actually built it. The first time when I met him, right? I mean, it was my first time in the real estate. I felt very nervous meeting him. I actually went to his office to meet him. So when I met him, he asked me a lot of questions. Right? It's somewhat like an interview. He was interviewing me. He wants to know more about me. So when he asked questions, right, I was very genuine with him. So ever since then, he knew that he could trust me, because every time when he called me or I called him, I will actually give him updates with regards to his property. I will tell him what's happening. So, and then from then onwards, it was just natural. He will just actually contact me every month, and then when contacting me every month, it was just a casual chit chat and seeing how he actually asked me, "Hey Nelson, how are you doing? You know, everything good with you and your family?" You know, it came to that point, and unfortunately, he passed away on 1st January. Yeah. So I was very sad. I was very devastated of his passing. But we actually kept in touch on a regular basis. Every month we actually talk. So be yourself. Keep in touch with your clients. Talk to them. You don't need to talk about properties. You don't need to talk about, if they have any listings for you that you can work on. No, don't have to. Call on them, just find out how they are, how things, especially now. The MCO, a lot of them are affected. The business is affected. Shows are affected. They will appreciate it. They may have listings, okay, but you show your genuine concern to them now, they will come back to you. They will come back to you. They will say, hey, I may not have properties, but I have friends or relatives who have properties that they want to sell off or rent out. Can you help?
Yep. Nice. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. What about you, Andrew?
Yeah. I totally agree with Nelson. Coming from this background, what we do before, of course, we start to pick up knowledge here and there. I think it's true that as we pick up and we gain knowledge and experience here and there, I think the honesty is the best policy lah. To be honest and to be transparent with the customer. If we don't know, like we're really going to tell them, don't know. I have this client with me last time, which he is very, I would say, very picky and very particular, and a lot of details which I have not find out. And the first came to thought, we as a real estate consultant, we might think it will be the same. So on a second thought, I think I would let him know, I will check. So, and the third and fourth question, when it comes to you, you still want to say, I will check. I will tell him really honestly, this is way back in Sungai Long. I was on a sub-sales project. So, because the detail is not clear at that time, so we say we're at the primary stage. So he's quite well also, and then he's still linked up with me today. And then he's quite okay, because when we still to be transparent with our client, that's how they will still continue to be with us. Yes.
So, I got a follow-up question for both of you also, right? Do you think, was that something which you already knew when you first started real estate, or it's a skill which you picked up on along the way? And if that's the case, what was that one experience or maybe a series of experiences which taught you the importance of, being real, being yourself, being honest?
Well, I think throughout this period, I think I will pick up, I will say first that because in real estate you can't really turn the things around, especially when you meet up with experience and those what they call older. Yeah. So they would know more. Sometimes they would test us out as well, I would say. They would test us out whether you are real or you are just trying to take them around the bush.
Oh, interesting. So they would test you. So were you tested before? Like, you think
definitely. I wouldn't say not yet. So I will take more precaution in this to be real with them. So on the other hand, it's important to gain and pick up knowledge from different fields, from laws, from lawyers, from bankers. So it's to build up our knowledge as well.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's some really gold advice right there. Wow. Some people will test you. That's a good one. Yeah. What about you, Nelson? Wow. Thanks, Andrew.
Experiences are actually through relating to people. Like what Andrew said is very true. I just don't talk to just clients themselves. I also talk to lawyers and bankers, people who are related to this industry itself, because they also have their own set of experiences and understanding of the market. So they are the best people to talk to also. So because knowledge is just not just within the real estate itself. Talk to investors, investors, people who knows the economy, knows the market. Talk to as many people out in the market. Then you gain knowledge. I too talk to business owners, and I also talk to people who in the manufacturing line. I talk to people who are in the 3PL, that means the logistics, to find out what's happening in the market, because you want to have a greater exposure and understanding of where the market is heading to, the economy is heading to. So I talk, because don't just limit yourself to a certain group of people. Talk to as many people as possible.
Cool. Thank you for that. All right, we got one more real estate related question here, right? From Grace as well, right? Do you guys feel during this MCO, is it easier to sell primary or sub-sale products? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't put to sub-sales product because MCO period is thing that it is more workable because developers are assisting in a lot of ways and a lot of methods, especially in down payment, legal wise, even for upfront. Purchaser don't need to pay many things. But for sub-sales product, the price may be on the lower side, but upfront they still need to prepare those type of amount. So I would say it's more on primary products. Yeah.
That's good insight right there. Yeah. What about you, Nelson? What do you think?
Well, during this MCO, I think the primary will sell better because one of the ways, right now for sub-sale, we can't show the physical property to the client because it's just showing pictures. The problem is that we don't have even a walkthrough video to even show the client. So for sub-sale products, like a lot of the buyers, they want to actually have the feel of demise property. They have an understanding before they actually buy. Whereas for primary market, right, you actually can have a walkthrough video, which most developers would have already. So it's easier to show through the walkthrough video to your potential clients.
Yeah, got you.
So because a lot of buyers, they want to visualize the product before they actually buy.
Yeah, cool. Got it. All right. Hey, guess what, everybody? We are past 1 hour, actually exactly like 3 o'clock now, right? So everybody, okay, you know what? We're gonna wrap this up. Sorry, Simon, I see you want one question. Okay, we do this last question now, right? He says this, right? Do you guys think it will be extended beyond April 14? And if so, what are your contingency plans for the coming weeks? That's a tough question, Simon. I think all of us here, we're all like, what we're gonna do is just keep busy and keep moving forward, right?
Yeah, I mean, he asked a very good question. It's very relevant to going through.
Very practical.
Because, there's no denying about it. Because he asked, think there would be extended beyond April 14. You never know, because the thing is that the curve hasn't been flattened yet. It's still going up.
Yeah,
it's still spiking.
Okay,
so you just never know. The government might just the PM might just make an announcement next week. But then again, we have to be prepared. What sort of contingency plans do we have in mind? I mean, for me, what I do is actually I am contacting some of my previous clients because in advertising industry, right? I actually studied psychology. Okay, it's part of our course. Okay, so we need to understand human behaviors. Okay, even over the phone when we talk to clients, right, we can sense if they are ready to talk about real estate or not. Okay, so we actually ask probing questions. You may not necessarily ask probing questions in your conversation, right? You can actually slowly throw little hints, and slowly you can actually draw them to to the conversation of properties. I mean, it takes a lot of practice. Okay, it takes a lot of practice, but it all starts now. If you have not learned how to have that kind of conversation, you can actually try on your own. Okay, to speak to your clients, and you slowly. It's actually all trial and error, lah. There is no. There is no specific points that we can actually teach you, but it's all trial and error. Okay, so what I do is that I actually throw it in my conversation, slowly draw them in, and then usually what I do is that I ask them, hey, Mr. So and so, I remember you have a property in this area. How's that doing? You know, you throw it in very subtly. You know, how's that doing? Is it still rented out, or is what's happening with your property? You see, you're not asking a very direct question. You're not asking it in a direct way. Hey, Mr. So and so, your property in that place, you want to sell or rent? That is a very direct question. So you ask it in a very subtle way. So that's how I slowly pick up listings for sub-sale. I have a lot of sub-sale clients. They have a lot of properties that they want to flog off now. So but then again, you also need to pick and choose those listings, because some listings are very far away and the price points are just not worth it, and location wise it's not worthwhile. So you just need to pick and choose them. Okay, so this is the time where I pick up listings so that I can market it. So when the MCO is actually when it's lifted up, so I can actually start shooting these bullets out, because there will be buyers, ready buyers. Then provided also you also need to speak to your clients if their price points for their properties are still very, very high. So you just need to educate them. You have to use soft points to speak to them. Don't be too hard on them. Use soft points. Just paint a picture to them. When you paint a picture, right, to tell them the situation and the economy, they would actually listen to you.
Nice.
But if they're too hard on, if they feel very hard on the position, right, you say, okay, Mr. So and so, I can work on it, but I cannot promise you that I can actually sell it as fast as you want it to be, because there will be other sellers within the vicinity who will be selling at lower price.
Nice. Nice.
You have to be very
so prep work.
Soft and subtle.
Yep. Got it. Thank you, Nelson. Andrew, anything to add on to that?
No.
No? All right. So everybody, now some final words, right? So everybody, now for Andrew, Nelson, any last words for everybody who's just watching? This is gonna go live. I mean, this is gonna be on the page, right? So any final words, of encouragement, let's say, for everybody who's watching before we end the show?
I mean, very frank. I mean, now we are limited within the confinement of our own homes. We can't step out. Okay, we have to think out of the box already. How are we going to do it? I mean, you can see the quite a number of our fellow colleagues have actually closed. How do they do it? So the most important thing is that right now, to think out of the box, right, we call our colleagues and find out from them how they do it. Don't just sit at home and just wait for things to happen. You just need to have to find ways of closing deals. If we don't ask, we never know. Okay, ask. I mean, communication is the best. This is the best time we actually learn and we apply for what we learn. If we don't apply what we learn, we don't see results, we don't see the fruits. It's also a time where we actually learn new things. It doesn't mean that everything will go positively. You might fall, but you get up. You learn from that mistake, how to improve from the mistake itself. Work on it. Don't give up, because the more the effort you put into it, right, you will definitely see results.
Awesome. Thank you, Nelson. Andrew, any last words?
I think for us as real estate consultant or negotiator at this point, it is important for us to build back our base, touch back our previous colleagues, our clients, to build a better rapport at this period of time. So when MCO is lifted, I think many things will change, many things will be different. But in our field, we got to be consistent and to determine this journey in front of us. So yeah, of course, we have to continuously learn the new methods of how, because the world is revolving now. Everything is moving and very fast paced. So we have to continue to move together with it.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. So everybody, yeah, Nelson, sure.
Just one last point for Subsale. Okay, just now I
Yes.
was talking about the walkthrough video. Okay, one thing you can do, coming from an advertising background. Okay, you can actually make montage videos of Subsale properties. If you have photos, okay, you can actually make it a very soft kind of approach, kind of a video to send out to your clients. Okay, make it. Take shots of take those photos, right? Shots, right, which is pleasing to the eyes of the purchaser, so that they will feel, hey, this is the kind of property that I would like to. So you can actually still do it. Okay, you can try it. Don't give up. Don't give up. The most important thing: you don't try, you don't know. Okay, so this is my thought to you. Subsale, you can go.
All right. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. We went over time a little bit, but it's okay because we've got 3 people. And everybody, if you'd like to see Andrew and Nelson back online, please come back. I'm sure we'll be able to bring them on board again. It's right now, it's first time breakthrough for everybody. Awesome stuff. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much. We will see you very, very shortly. Remember, there's another live tomorrow night. And do look out for that one. It's going to be handled by Taco. And see you guys shortly.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay, thank you. Right, bye.
Cheers.